Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Yami Shibai discussion. I'm your host, the Ghosty Ghost, joined by the wonderful, beautiful, illustrious.
Sure. You always try to give me these big intros.
Yeah, I'm trying to hype you up, give you
And
good energy.
nothing brings me more happiness than just like wrecking that atmosphere every time.
Trying to get hype. If you can't start them off right, then
Yep.
I don't know, it's just off on a bad start.
That's as it goes, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, excited to get into this week's
It should be fun. Shall we start?
start. Step right up and have a look. It's time for Yami Shibai. Episode Copycat.
Did we discuss that it's all females around it this time? We probably did. I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. You mentioned that I think
Episode 2 or
every
1, right?
episode this season so far is about a female protagonist.
Almost. Almost every episode.
Which one wasn't?
We haven't come across them yet.
So I mean that's kind of their pattern is that they have some like theme and then they just
Yep.
break it for no reason around the end of the season when they
I
run out of ideas.
I don't remember which episode it is that it breaks it, but I know it's coming. And if I remember one episode for sure, and I think there's a second I'm forgetting.
So maybe there's just some theme we're missing, but
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me when they drop the theme. The episode begins. We join a college student who just finished her entrance ceremony. Look at that background art. That guy's mouth breathing. Looks like he has no nose too.
I
Kind of
sus-
horrific.
I suspect they're low effort CGI characters.
I guess so, but is drawing a nose that much effort?
Somewhat.
It's just
They say faces are one of the hardest things to draw.
that's true. But the laughing one I think is pretty good to the right there. My right. I
It's a
don't know
little
what
janky,
side
like
would be.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, that's true. Her old friend shows up unexpectedly, and guess what? She enrolled in this college as well. Someone dropped out, so she was able to get in. How
Not
lucky.
ominous at all.
At this
Honest,
point, I was like, how is this going to turn into a ghost story?
I do think they dropped this really well. Where I know at least the first time I watched this, I didn't notice that they just dropped that information.
Ah, yeah, it's definitely subtle.
Yeah.
Our main character reminisces about how her friend always copies what she does, ever since they met in preschool. Through the years, uh, they shared everything, even
Even
boyfriends,
boyfriends.
which is awkward.
I think that says more about the boyfriend as it does about her.
True. Bad boyfriend. Later on, they meet at a restaurant, and the childhood friend goes on and on about how she wants to copy our main character, from her watch to even the job she wants as a teacher.
Yep.
Our main character gets angry, saying, "We're not the same, and stop copying everything I do." Of course, the copier starts to cry, saying how mean the main character is.
Very healthy person who starts to cry at any criticism.
Defense mechanism. Our main character says, "I'm just worried about your future." The copier then smiles and laughs, saying, "She wants to be just like her in the future. I copied you." At least she's honest about it.
And creepy about it.
She continues, "It's fine to keep doing everything together, right?" And makes a face I can only describe as obsessed, getting very close to the camera.
This is only okay if both parties are okay with it.
This is not a real best friendship. Our main character calms down and says, in a way too calm voice, "Fine, let's do everything together, just like always," giving a nice creepy smile with a flat facial expression.
Ooh, good description.
The childhood friend misses the signs there's something wrong and is happy to have her nice friend back.
So unhealthy.
We see the childhood friend waiting at a crosswalk. The signal turns red, and she walks in front of a speeding car. Everyone from in the restaurant looks out in horror. We join our main character, still at the booth with a big smile. She says she let her friend get into the college because, as we hear an ambulance and blood appears on the screen, she left our world.
I think I could have worded that a little better, but we'll discuss that when we get there. The
The
end.
end.
So,
That explains this image from the last episode.
yep. And this is one of the images that show up in the ending credits. I really like the artistic style.
I think this image is actually creepier than the episode was.
Oh, spitting fire.
Don't you? Looks
Ah,
more ghosty.
yeah, there's like, it's one of those things of like, it lets you imagine what it could be about.
Mm. I guess yeah. The unknown is usually creepier than when things actually get answered.
You know, they say like if you let your audience fill in the blanks, they'll do it with something much creepier than you could ever think of, right?
Yeah, I think we've discussed this a bit in the past, but I've had the same issue with some movies that show the monster in a way that
Yeah.
it's like way too clear.
Yeah. Like the xenomorph is a good example. I love the design, but he works best in the shadows.
Is that the name of the alien?
In Alien, yeah.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I keep seeing discussions about Prometheus recently.
There's a new
I
Alien
don't know
movie that came
why.
out.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah. Probably.
Uh, did you find this episode kind of dragged a bit with the amount of dialogue?
Yeah, there was a lot of dialogue.
There was one point when they were sitting in the booth that we glossed over in the summary where I was like, let's get to the point. Come on. It was like 4 or 5 sentences about things she copied.
Mhm. They're really trying to hit it home, you know?
I guess so.
This is one of those rare episodes. Maybe if they cut it in half, it'd be better.
I feel like there was a lot of filler,
Yeah.
which is kind of not good for a 5 minute length episode. I
Yeah.
also found it kind of confusing. The she meets her friend at the college because she got off the wait list,
Yeah.
but her friend had killed herself previously.
I never interpreted her killing herself. That is a strong possibility.
She said she left this world.
Yeah, but I thought because she died, not because she killed herself.
My impression was that the person copied everything she did, so she tried to
Oh,
either
do you
kill
mean the
herself to
second
make it.
person? I was talking about the first girl.
Oh, I was talking about the first girl too.
Okay. I don't know.
So, oh, so you interpret the ending as like the copycat.
She was. I see it as more as like a fate kind of thing, where she copied
Mm,
everything she did and then was unable to even see the disaster heading her way by
mm.
copying this person.
But at what point did that person die? Because she's talking to her the whole time.
Um, so I think it was a ghost that showed up in the restaurant to kind of like doom her to follow her own fate,
Ah, okay. You interpreted it
or
slightly differently than me then.
to try to persuade her not to copy her because she was worried about her future.
Oh,
She saw that she was walking into the same death she did, and at the end, she's like, "Fine."
that must be it. That makes
Yeah.
more sense. Okay. I interpreted it as she wanted to kill the girl, so she like tried to step out in front of the car,
As usual, I
and
think both interpretations are,
yeah,
can be taken.
maybe it's left open for interpretation for that reason.
I just I like my version better because it's like a Greek tragedy.
It's definitely a lot less. I feel like your version is less creepy though.
That the ghost like the reason I really like my interpretation is because at first the copycat's the villain, and then it switches.
Mm,
And it's like, fine, if you want to die, go for it.
mm. I still think that's not that villainous. She tried.
Well, yeah, but if you let anyone die, you're probably the villain.
Well, you're a ghost. What do you care? Death is
Alright.
normal to you when you're a ghost.
Okay, I have a new name for this episode. If your friends jumped off a bridge, would you?
The classic parent quote.
Yeah. And the Bart Simpson classic response of depends if they were talking. Oh, that's all they were talking about afterwards.
It's a good response. I
Mhm.
think it's a fair reason to do it.
I think that really encapsulates well what that whole argument is about. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes. Oh yeah, I have it written that it's weird to see the story from a dead person's point of view. I don't think we've had that
Mm.
before in this series.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's why it confused me.
Mm. It is a confusing episode. Do you remember when we finished last episode and I said they succeeded in what they wanted to do?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is the episode. Like, it's a. I don't know if they fully achieved what they wanted to.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It feels like they had an idea and then it just didn't quite come out in a clear way to me.
I think they tried really well, and I don't know if they've could it. I couldn't do better.
I think there could have been more hints that the
You
other girl
mean
was a ghost or something.
you mean more than
If that
none?
was if that's the case, yeah.
More hits than none.
Because it definitely just left me kind of confused at the end.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of episode that really benefits from watching it more than once. Because I know you only
Yeah,
watch it once, if I remember correctly.
yeah. I just do once usually.
Yeah, and I usually watch it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, a lot more time to take it in.
Yeah, so I really absorb what was going on.
It's the contrast, yin and yang.
I also have a note: if someone doesn't listen to you and then puts the blame on you, that's not a person you want in your life.
True.
Very unhealthy behavior.
The self-defense cry
Hmm.
is always a dangerous reaction.
Maybe I'm a little mean, but like that's a person I would cut out of my life. I'm not here for that.
It's not possible. She's going to go to the same college as you anyway.
Join the witness protection program. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like what else do you do other than get a restraining order? Like they're that obsessed with you.
That feels a bit radical. I don't know if most people would go that far.
If someone's literally copying everything you do,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, that's pretty extreme.
I don't know how easy it is to get a restraining order, though.
Me neither. Um, I know when you have a stalker, the more evidence you gather and the more often you talk to the police about it, the more likely you'll be able to get something done. I wonder if it's the same way for that kind of thing.
I feel like it has to be proven they're a danger or something, maybe. Who
It's
knows,
not
though?
necessarily a danger. It's not the only reason for restraining orders.
That's true.
Yeah,
They could just be like ruining your life.
yeah. Like a copycat.
Yeah,
Emotionally distressing you is a serious thing.
it's pretty legit.
So, did you notice that one arsehole in slide 15 of his phone?
Yeah, filming the person that got hit by a car.
Uh huh. Wow, what a scumbag! Everyone look at him
Yeah,
and clap.
kind
Oh,
of messed up.
mm, mm.
Is that supposed to be blood on the window, you think, or a car's tail lights?
Good question. I would interpret that as car taillights because the blood
Or
comes
maybe the don't
later.
walk sign or something?
Yeah, because the blood comes later after she cries, and then there's
Mm.
blood there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and look, the
Gross.
redstone in the background, and it's different.
Oh, that's true. See, it must be tail lights.
Oh, and the guy taking the video moved over a little bit. Oh no, he's in a different
Oh, he's,
spot, right?
yeah, the angle's a bit weird. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it does move a little bit to the right. We can no longer see the blockheads on the right.
Oh, yeah, okay. The angle makes
Yeah,
sense then.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one person doing to the left? Like, oh, again?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe they're like jogging past.
It's like, give me change.
Yeah.
Give me spare change.
Oh, maybe that is the kind of like vibe they're giving. Oh, anything else you wanna say about the episode?
I think that's about it for me. Just found it a bit confusing.
Oh, that's very fair. I think I only truly understood it in the third or fourth watching.
Mm. Made me feel a bit dumb.
That can be a good thing. Not in this case, but it can be. Okay, I'll read the first comment. This is from Stark700. That pigtail girl. Jeez, this season is filled with weird kids. That car accident, though, I love the like non like it's just a
Very non-descriptive.
yeah, very flow of thought. This is what was in their head and they put it here, and I appreciate it.
I love the title. It's like, this is an anime only post.
I
Do not
usually
discuss the manga.
I don't think Shibai has a manga.
Oh, weird.
I think that's just on everything. I usually don't end up grabbing the first comment, and
Uh,
yeah, I think that's why it's there.
Yul Quora said, "That's what I'd call true friendship." It's true.
I thought that was funny. And the last comment from Swiggity, which
Did
we've
we
seen
see this
before.
person before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While it wasn't exactly creepy or scary, I liked how the episode was handled. It was relatively clear what went on. Actually, you would disagree with that. And I actually liked how the spooky, scary ghost wasn't malevolent and was actually caring. This honestly doesn't even belong in Yamashibai. Maybe he could even expand on this and make it its own series. I think that'd be too far, but I like I like what they're saying.
Yeah, I don't think it was clear, really. I disagree with that. But
Maybe Swiggity is just on so much caffeine they understand what's going on.
yeah, maybe they're just a bigger brain than me.
Okay, that's all the comments. Crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, looks like that was comment number 19 in the thread, but
There's
I guess
usually
just not
there's
very
usually
entertaining
usually
comments.
about 30.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, now time for a germ tangent. So I found a wiki article, WikiHow article, and I thought this was perfect.
There's
how
a
to
WikiHow article for everything, really.
how to cope with someone copying you. Individuality is a precious thing, and when you feel that yours is being taken away, you may feel threatened. People copy other people for a variety of reasons. Blah 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 blah. So I
Last updated April 2024, so new
oh
new research is still
whoa,
coming
I
out.
didn't even notice that. So I grabbed two highlights. One thing you can do, just view it as flattery.
That seems like very toxic advice, but okay.
I know, right?
I guess it depends on the level of copying.
And what's also not very good advice is considering changing your style and mannerisms.
Just change yourself.
Every time they become you, just become someone else. I don't think that's very good advice.
I think this is all relative to like how serious
Mhm.
the situation is.
But you know what we really needed in this article? How to prevent someone from copying your intellectual property.
Trying to optimize for search engines, I guess.
Hmm. Oh, I thought that was like that's not what the question was about. So weird. And here's an extra little thing that's not from WikiHow. Ex hoprexia.
I
Ex
don't know what this is.
hoprexia. The involuntary repetition or imitation of another person's actions. The involuntary repetition of sounds and language is one of the I don't want to say it again. Basically, like people with mental issues can accidentally copy what you're doing without
Oh,
even realizing it themselves.
I kind of think all humans do this at
To
some
an
level.
extent, this is talk,
Sometimes I'll notice I say a word that I heard somebody else say in a conversation across the room.
and that's normal.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know if this is true. I kind of always believe that you have like a stockpile of words ready to go.
It just adds it to
Yeah,
your cache, your
yeah,
word cache.
yeah. Your word cache. Because like your automatic response when someone says "Have a good day" and you go "Have a good day."
True.
But like a certain amount of that is healthy. But like this is talking about when people like one-to-one copying what another person is doing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never seen it laid out like this. I didn't know it was a thing,
I
like a
was
specific word.
what I was looking for, I was trying to see if there's any conditions where someone would like obsessively copy someone else.
Hmm.
And this is the closest thing I found.
Mm.
So
Well, this
like
seems more innocent.
yeah. Like yeah, this is a lot more innocent. But just it's nice to keep in mind that everyone with different mental capacities, like it's some people can't help
This would also be a good name for like a heavy metal band.
it. I'd be a little worried it'd be like them just copying someone else.
You just do cover. You do covers of other people's
Oh,
music.
that's a really good idea. So, themes and metaphors. Kind of on the nose, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just if you copy other people's actions, then you're not really in control of your own life, and maybe negative things will happen to you too.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing I have, except
Dang,
said
I was
better.
hoping you had something different.
No. Well, like you copy someone else, you get their good and bad traits. Like it just,
Yeah, good lesson.
yeah, good lesson, nice and simple.
I
What a short episode this week. Whew.
don't think it was that short. I think that was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's like 20 minutes.
That's our average.
Closer to 25, I think.
Well, there's still time.
Oh yeah, like our personal scores. So,
So
do you want me to go first? You want to go first?
you should go first because we forgot to write my score in
Mm.
this week.
So, I really appreciate the concept, and I really enjoyed the perspective of like the copier's the villain at first, and then it switches to our main character being like maybe the antagonist is a better way of describing it.
Mhm.
So, because of those considerations, I'm giving it a 7. That might
Wow.
be that might be a little high, but like I enjoyed what they were trying to
For me, I found the amount of talking kind of annoying,
do.
uh,
Yeah,
and I also found it kind of confusing.
that's
So
fair.
that lowered it a lot for me. I'm giving it a 3.
Ooh, wow, we're very
Yeah.
different sides of the scale.
The good thing is those are two easy numbers to add together.
Yeah, like look here, you can see the result right there. Can't you see it?
So yeah, in total, a 10 out of 20 this week.
Whoa, that's not great.
And it's my fault that the score is low.
So, if there's a mysterious cut here, there might be an error on the next slide. We're gonna find out together. You ready?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, we're gonna be quiet just for a second in case there's a mysterious cut. Okay, let's continue. Oh, we're good. We're good.
Oh, it's empty.
Yes, there was something that wasn't supposed to pop up right away.
Ah,
So the next episode is called Shadows of Women.
that's the general theme of this season.
So what do you
Maybe
think it's
there'll be
about?
somebody who committed some crimes against women. The shadows exact their revenge.
Very close.
Uh, Maybe that means it's a good title.
Maybe on the same street on the other side of the sidewalk. You're very close.
Uh, nice.
And this is the picture. Does that change your opinion at all?
Probably like strippers or something.
No.
Uh
Well, it doesn't say, but maybe.
oh.
Yeah.
Risque.
So this one's less interesting than the last picture, right?
Less creepy for sure.
Yeah.
Makes me sneeze though.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. So as we always say, look forward to the shirtless man next week. Bye.
What?